I am Giovann and I'm a chef from this beautiful island of Gozo. And today I'm going to take you on a food journey of this paradise of an island. Let's go! Now we are in Ftira, the village of temples and windmills. This local butcher in Ftira gets the freshest rabbits from local farmers. And this is the best way to get rabbit to cook the Maltese rabbit stew. Ewa, prosit. This is the best octopus you can get. My love for food is coming from when I was really young. I grew up on a farm and my dad is a farmer and we always had fresh produce. So this is where my love for food is coming from. We always had potatoes, tomatoes, in summer watermelon and melons. Being a chef and working with fresh produce takes me right back to my roots. One of the things I love the most about being in my family's fields is that I can have fresh, local, organic produce and I can take it from the farm to the table. Now let's go cook. So now we have all the ingredients that we gathered from around the island, and I'm in my mom's kitchen, here where I grew up and where I have a lot of childhood memories, and we're going to cook octopus stew, rabbit stew, and we're going to do Qarabali Mimli, stuffed marrows. Let's go. So here we're going to blanch the octopus. We're gonna give it that cook, and we're gonna slow cook it for around 40 minutes. So the rabbit, we need to cut it, butcher it down into small pieces, and then we're gonna give it a good sear. Okay, so we're gonna first sort of fry it in hot oil to give that nice brown color. Okay, before we stew it. The rabbit is quite a soft bone, so it's quite easy to cut. You just need to cut it into small pieces so then it cooks nicely. So rabbit, you need to cook it. The stew needs to slow cook first. After you sear it, then you need to slow cook it for a few hours so the meat is nice and tender. There's a lot of variations of cooking rabbit. I think one of them that's most famous is that with the sauce, with the sauce of the stew, you make spaghetti. Going to make sort of a beef ragu first, and then we're gonna stuff the marrows with it. So we're gonna have onion and garlic. So now I'm gonna add the ground beef for the filling of the stuffed marrows for the Qarabali Mimli. Onion and garlic here, sliced garlic. We use the same pan so we get all the flavor. So a big part of the stew traditionally is bay leaf. In Maltese, where Attard run, which is a tree and is a very aromatic herb, let's say, and we just put the leaf in, just take the flavor, and then we take it out. So for the stuffed marrows, yeah, we cut the top off, and then we remove the flesh, so we can fill inside with the beef filling. We're gonna add tomato paste, conserva. So I'm gonna put the rabbit back in. And now we're going to deglaze the pan and the next step of the rabbit stew with my father's wine. So in summer, end of summer, we make a batch of wine, and then it will last all winter. Well, it should last all winter, I don't know. So now we're going to leave the rabbit to cook slowly, and then we're going to add chopped tomato, bay leaf, and peas, and we'll leave it to cook for a few hours. We're gonna add the chopped tomato. We're gonna add the bay leaf. Yeah. Now we're gonna add the potato. We're gonna add green peas. Add black pepper. And now we're gonna let it simmer. So I'm gonna cut the octopus into small pieces, and then I'm gonna start the stew. Olive oil, always. These capers, we harvested them last year, and then we pickled them in brine. Okay, which I picked them with my dad, harvested them with my dad from the field, and then brined them with my mom. And we're gonna use them now for our octopus stew. Come and smell it. This is literally this island's best produce from the land and the sea in one pan. The octopus stew is cooking. We're going to add some potato. Okay, we're gonna let it simmer. So we cook the beef sauce for the filling of the marrows, the stuffed marrows. Now we're gonna add some cheese, Gozo sheep cheese, grated, dried and grated. Okay, we're gonna add it. Yeah. And we're going to add 2 eggs as well to combine everything. Now we have the marrow. Hello marrow. And we're going to fill it. Now we're going to bake it in the oven. That's it. The next step for the stuffed marrows is that we're going to put them in a casserole, okay, to bake them in the oven. I put some onions, some tomato. I'm gonna put some wine, red wine. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna put the stuffed marrows inside. Close them and bake them in the oven. Ftira! Basically, we have sourdough bread ring with sesame seeds. And what do? We make a sandwich out of it, yeah, with conserva, which is tomato paste, and the best one is from Gozo, tal-bottle blue. There's loads of variations of it, but the best ones for me is with conserva, tomato paste, tuna, anchovies, peppered sheep cheese, and capers and olives. Let's do it. This we used to, when I was young, my mom used to do a lot of these, and we take them to the beach with us. Or even when I go to the fields with my father, we used to take them with us and have, it will be our lunch. Olive oil, we have tuna. You can't miss anything in the Ftira. You can't miss anything, all these ingredients are important. Yeah, anchovies, some onion, capers, some olives, some pepper cheese, And that's it. Now we are going to Piazza San George, where we can find a lot of pastizzerias and coffees. And as a child, I used to go there with my mom while she was shopping, and I admire the church, the piazza, and the people having their tea and coffee. So we're gonna get the best pastizzi in Gozo. So we have the ricotta pastizzi and the peas pastizzi. Okay, these are the two most traditional pastizzi in Malta and Gozo. Okay, my favorite one is the pea one. Let's have a go at it. The best thing about pastizzi is that they are made with laminated dough, and we use lard to make all the layers. And with this process, it makes it so flaky and so tasty. For a lot of Maltese and Gozitan people, pastizzi is a childhood memory because it brings loads of memories from when we were young, and having them as a snack in the morning or in the afternoon with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Dwejra is a very special place for me because as a young kid I used to come here and spend whole summers here, going up and down, swimming in the inland sea and running around over here next to Jebra General. It's an amazing sight to see. Also, another sight that growing up was very prominent in this area was the Azure window, which unfortunately is now gone, but it's a great memory to have. We are at the Wied il-Mielah window, the only rock formation window left on the island of Gozo. Let's go and see it. As a kid, we used to come here with my granddad and we used to fish from up here. I was always scared because the cliffs are so high, as you can see, and the water looks very deep. And this is the perfect place to eat Ftira. Look, my father used to eat it. Okay, now the cooking is all done. A bit about myself. So I am Giovann, as I said before, and I'm a chef. I've been away from Gozo and Malta for around 14 years, cooking around the world as a chef. At the moment I am cooking in New York, and I work at this restaurant called Aqua, and wherever I am I try to bring my childhood and my food memories to the cuisine and to the kitchen I am at, and that's one of the things that I take with me along wherever I go, from my mom's kitchen to the world, really. I think one of the best parts about my job and about being abroad, traveling and cooking, is to showcase where I'm from, Malta and Gozo. I think I come across a lot of people that they don't know where Malta and Gozo is. And Malta is full of culture, good people, great people, loads of history and great food. So it's very important that everybody watches this video. Remind me, so we're not okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this beautiful journey on this paradise of an island, Gozo, and my home. I wish you can try all the food that we have cooked today, so book your flight and come visit this amazing island.